I'm telling you, it's been up and down, and a couple of days where it was so close to not making it. But this is day 15. Day 15 of a water fast. I have made it. It's the 10th of May and I have made it 15 days. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, it's not over yet today, but I've made it so far. Hi everyone, welcome to Indonesia. Well, I say everyone, but I mean my 6 subscribers. I'm very appreciative for every single one of you. Some of you my family and friends, and then I have 2 new subscribers that I haven't gotten to know yet, so hopefully I'll get to do that over the course of my journey. Yes, I'm in Indonesia, beautiful Indonesia. I work here. I've been here for 2 years and 2 months, and I've got another 10 months left to go before I probably return home. So I might as well tell you now, because more than likely over the next 10 months you'll probably hear different things about Indonesia. So before we get started, I just want to have a little want to go over quickly what are the things that I will cover in each of these videos. So first I'm going to probably start off with the body, and the reason I've chosen the body to go first is because it's alphabetical and it's easier for me to remember. But the other what we'll see in the body is basically the front, the back, the left, the right view of from the 30th of April until whatever day is. So I'll do that. Then that will be followed by the lifestyle, which is basically going over what I'm doing with regards to diet and exercise, and there's a few things to update there. After which I'll probably look into the numbers, and you'll get a readout again from my trusty scales, which I love, and I'll tell you a bit more about those as well. And then what I'll do, if it is appropriate, is to do something related to the experts. There will be a section this time, because the experts section will relate to some of the choices made in the lifestyle. And then I'll have a little roundup in an update of the last 10 days, and that's going to be pretty much it. So let's get started. Oh, the body, the body, the body. I suppose it's good to start alphabetically, because some of the worst parts are out of the way, and the good parts are at the end. Personally, I don't see much difference. I don't expect that I will see much difference until much later on. So I think that's just something that you have to accept in the beginning. But I'm still going to do it, and I think it's useful, because then I will see 10 days progression, and it may not seem that different in the beginning, but I suppose as it goes along it should have some kind of shrinking effect, hopefully. Anyway, let's just move on from the body. But I just want to quickly say about the body. It is nice, I think, having the video and the stills, so that does really help. So next is lifestyle. Lifestyle, talking about my diet and my exercise, and any other vices that I'll tell you about in a bit. And it's a chance to show you my calendar of all the X's. Excited about that part. So take a look at the calendar. So you'll notice that in the calendar there are 3 green X's. So basically what that means, or what they represent, is the days where I added lemon and salt. So the expert will explain a lot better than I can in terms of why I chose to do that. But the reason it's only for those 3 days, it's on, I think day 7 was the first one. I had like terrible headache and I felt really sick. I had hot water, lemon and salt in the morning, after I started woke up feeling sick, and then I had another one in the evening. The sickness probably passed after about an hour, and then I haven't really felt that sickness since. The other 2 days, though, are because I was doing research, got a bit ahead of myself, and I was looking at how I'm going to eat in the future, even though I've got a juice fast after the water fast. And I came across lettuce wraps, or some people call them unwitches. But oh my God, I was like craving them for 2 days. And so I used the salt, lemon and hot water in the morning and evening on those 2 days as well to help me. I put them as green X's because I know that some people believe a water fast is only water, and you'll see that in the expert section. But me personally, I don't feel bad about it. It didn't make me feel like I wasn't on a water fast. I was still on a water fast. I just needed that on those days, and I found that it really did help. Exercise, I'm probably going to start tomorrow. So although I did book in for this evening, but as long as there's nothing that's happening at work, then I'll be able to catch that. So maybe there'll be there'll definitely be some exercise in the next video, but maybe I'll start exercise on day 15 of the water fast. So you'll see some exercise next time. My vice, which is the horrible part, is that I still smoke, and I need to really stop smoking. I am cutting down, but I don't feel like I'm cutting down enough. Working does help, but it's the evening that's the worst part, so hopefully that will be gone. So that's it for the lifestyle. Oh, let's move on to the numbers. So pretty much around a stone in a month. Yes, it's been a month because the initial reading, which was up there, is from the 16th of April, and I've been on the water fast for 15 days. So there was probably a period of about 10 days in between the weighing and actually starting this journey. But I probably should have weighed nearer at the start again. It's not that I'm not happy. I am happy because I've decided that I'm only going to focus on going down, and that's all I need really, is to go down. The fact that there's no 3 at the beginning of my number is cause for celebration in itself. So I think I'm just never going to be like woohoo about the numbers until maybe when I hit Wonderland. That will be probably a woohoo moment. I think just seeing a 2 in front of it is still like wow, because I'm 5'4", or yeah, 5'4", and that is still like a really heavy number. So I am happy because I've gone down a stone in a month, and that's amazing in any situation. But I'm going to keep on trucking and see how the exercise fits in, because basically I sit in front of this laptop day in, day out. I work from home. It's the situation in Indonesia is not completely under control, so it's not like before where I was going back and forth to different centers. So that's my number. Let's move on to the expert, because that is so much better. The expert video I've chosen this time is Dorian Wilson. I did have some images from him last time as well, but this is the video that I've chosen from him. You can check out his link below for the full 30-minute videos, because I've only put 5 minutes of information together. And also there's a few doctors that you can check out. There are a few people, Jason Fung, Eric Berg, and Alan Goldenhamer, all 3 doctors and experts in the field who also talk about the importance of salt in water. So check them out, check Dorian out, subscribe to them all as well, because they all provide very interesting information. I think that this 30-minute video is very informative. It has a lot of medical jargon, but it's still easy enough to follow, and there's a little humor in there that helps. So check it out, and I will be back with you for the update.
As the number of people doing extended and prolonged fasting for fat loss and health promotion has grown, so too have the number of different opinions on what it means to truly fast. While almost everyone agrees consuming water is okay during fasting, the argument surrounding electrolytes, despite being found to some level in nearly all the water on Earth, becomes a lot more heated. Specifically, there's a lot of fasting confusion surrounding sodium chloride. This granular white powder, which we call salt, generates a wide range of opinions. Despite the biological importance of these dissolved minerals, usually these arguments go something like this. You drank salt. That officially broke your fast. Why? Because salt is inorganic. So is water, but you still drink that. Water's different. What? How? Water's natural. Salt is just rocks. Oh wait, here, now that you broke your fast, I got you a snack. But enough of it. Sodium levels are measured by sampling the blood. The healthy range is between 134 and 145 milliequivalents per liter. The term used by doctors when sodium levels get too low is hyponatremia, and it occurs when the sodium levels in your blood fall below 135 milliequivalents. Instantly die. WebMD lists the symptoms. Some of the more mild symptoms are headaches, nausea, and feelings of weakness. These can gradually worsen, ending eventually in loss of consciousness and eventually possibly death. Also, because sodium regulates blood volume, the drop in sodium can lead to a sudden drop in blood pressure as well, bringing with it the potential for dizziness and lightheadedness. My head is killing me. I must be dehydrated. Better sip some of this good old natural factory distilled water. Bruh, what I really wish is that he would just take some salt. Canada, where I'm from, the government recommends consuming 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day. They go on to say anything over 2,300 milligrams could pose a health risk. If you're strictly water fasting though, you're getting 0 milligrams each day, which obviously is far below even the lower recommendation of 1,000. Now you might think you know where I'm going with this. When you water fast, because you're ingesting no sodium, levels might begin to fall a bit. Makes sense. Well, that is partly true, but the reality of the situation is actually worse. As it turns out, fasting is especially detrimental to sodium levels. But first, could it hurt your fast? Well, since sodium has no caloric value, in no way would supplementing sodium affect your fat loss. But if you're watching this and for some reason set on pure fasting with only water, at the very least, I would urge you to speak with your doctor and get your blood work done before going into it. You may have seen doctors who advise fasting without added sodium, but you should realize they almost always run clinics, closely monitor their patients, and advocate for complete rest.
In our clinic, before people come out, they're able to get a free phone conversation with me where we review their medical history. The most important thing is that not everybody's a good candidate for water-only fasting. We don't give electrolytes during fasting because we use monitoring potassium and sodium as an indicator of whether it's safe to continue fasting. If you just give sodium and potassium, you may feel better, but you aren't monitoring the 200 other things that are rate limited by potassium and sodium.
Oh, why am I so nauseous? Oh.
We live in a time of such abundance. High calories, high sodium, high fat. Everywhere we turn, our survival instinct urges us to consume, placing a digestive burden on our bodies which far exceeds anything we evolved to deal with. There's something to be said for fasting, giving the body time to rest, repair, and catch up. There's nothing natural, though, about drinking large quantities of water while stripping away the essential minerals. Just as overconsumption is dangerous, so too is underconsumption. This is why personally I supplement sodium chloride and potassium chloride during my 72-hour fasts. I plan to talk about potassium in a future video. Despite studies indicating typical healthy subjects can survive 3 weeks of fasting without sodium, I don't want to simply survive. I want to enjoy life and maintain my health. If taking sodium reduces my likelihood of hyponatremia, headaches, and dizziness, while supporting my workouts and protecting my bones from being tapped into, the only thing left for me to say is, pass the salt. Also though, I was serious. You should take my advice, see a physician, and get your blood levels checked. Because you know what? I care about you, fam.
Fun part. There are 3 fun parts actually. Lifestyle's fun, experts are fun to prepare, and I think it's a nice informative part of these videos. And then also this part where I get to just chat, which is great. So basically, I think like the past 10 days have been they've been fun, not too bad, even with the whole unwitch situation. Let's not talk too much about that. But even with that situation, I have managed to get through the 10 days And I thought 10 days of water fasting was going to be bad enough. But now I'm on day 15 and I feel like I'm going to continue for a little bit longer. You'll see next video whether I made it all the way for another 10 days or whether I just chose to do 5 additional days or whatever. I'm not finding it too difficult. The days 12, 13, let's forget about that. But apart from that, the hunger hasn't been too bad. But I have been hungry. Like people say it goes away. I haven't found that. But I have been hungry, but it's manageable. And with these, I have 4 of these. I freeze a litre. They're 2-litre bottles. I freeze a litre, and then when I take it out, I add a litre. And there's always one freezing, one drinking, and stuff like that. So I get through 4 of those, so about 8 litres a day, sometimes more. And so that really does help when I drink more water. I'm looking forward to exercise later today, so I really do hope no one asks me to do anything at work. It's just going to be walk, cycle, walk, cycle, walk. We have 50 minutes time slots in the gym in my apartment. Because of the whole quarantine situation, not many people can be in there. I think 2 maximum, and they prefer the 2 to be from the same household. So I tend to book the very first one in the morning, but I couldn't this time, and then the very last one at night because they're the least busy slots, and I can generally always get those. So that should help, not only with the numbers but with movement, which has been quite good actually, because I feel like I'm have less pain when I move. I can move for longer. I don't sweat as much. So all of those things are good positives. I think other things that I might wanna, do you know what I forgot? When it comes to the numbers, I forgot to tell you about my scales. So my scales are Me Smart Body scales, which you can see down there. Those scales, they are Bluetooth to your phone, and you can get an app. You download the app and it gives you like full body composition as well as your weight. And those are the things that I show you. I highly recommend them. They're probably some of the best scales that I've had. I mean, you can get the professional ones, which are probably really good as well, but for home scales, they're not too expensive, and you get all of that detail. You can look and see how your body's changing internally. So I'm not, obviously with 6 subscribers, I'm not being sponsored by anybody. My 6 subscribers. So I have my family, my sister, my cousins that I'm in a group with. I think my sister is subscribed. My cousin wasn't able to subscribe, but she's trying to figure that out right now. But I'm in a group with a family group that are always very supportive. I have a group of friends that we call, the WhatsApp group is called Girls Talk, and they're very supportive, and a couple of those are subscribers. And then the other subscriber that I know is a lady called Catalina, and Catalina is from a juice group that I'm in. That group is amazing, very supportive. I've been with them from before Christmas, I think, and we don't judge. We've all slipped. We all keep going. We all keep getting back up, and they've been very supportive. So it's Catalina, Stephen, and Stocko, and they are amazing support system for me. So that's good. But the 2 additional ones that have joined and watching my journey, all of you make it so that I feel accountable, and that's what happened on day 12 and 13. As much as I wanted that lettuce wrap, and I looked to see if lettuce wraps were deliverable, I don't think I would have ordered them if they were, and I bypassed any other foods that were advertising at me because I knew I had to 2 days before I would be giving this information, and that has helped, and that's why I came here. So if you are on the same journey, I would really like to find a weight loss friend. And if you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because it's nice to know the number of people that are watching me. I don't need you to like or share or comment or anything like that, although comments are nice. But I would like to find a companion, and I would like more people watching so that I feel much more accountable, because it's helped. I think that's it from me. Get the scales, leave any questions you have about me, because I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. So if you have any questions, they're probably going to be more about what I'm doing. I'm not giving advice. So let me know, and I will see you in 10 more days. Take care, have fun, stay healthy.